The $23 million suicide pill. LayerZero just locked $23 million into a smart contract that it can never technically or legally withdraw. This is not a marketing fund or a liquidity pool. It is a cryptographic recovery pledge designed to trigger automatically if a message fails to reach its destination or if a decentralized verifier network misreports the state of a source chain. By putting this capital at risk, the protocol is attempting to move bridge security away from theoretical code correctness and toward hard economic finality. This shift acknowledges a grim reality in the 2026 interoperability landscape. Users no longer care if your math is perfect, if your economic incentives are exploitable. The pledge acts as a permanent backstop for the underlying decentralized verifier network architecture. Automation over arbitration. The design of this pledge is specifically built to bypass human intervention. Traditional bridge insurance relies on a claims process or a governance vote, which can take weeks to resolve. LayerZero has instead integrated this fund directly into the protocol's verification layer. If a decentralized verifier network provides a proof that is later invalidated by a chain reorganization or a consensus failure, the smart contract triggers an immediate payout to the affected application vaults. This is an engineering solution to a trust problem. It treats bridge failure as a bug that can be patched with liquidity in real time. However, this level of automation creates a new surface area for Oracle manipulation that the protocol must now defend against. This moves the battleground from simple message passing to complex collateral management. The security tax paradox. Security is never free. Critics point out that maintaining a $23 million stagnant fund carries a massive opportunity cost that is ultimately passed down to the user. Every message sent across the protocol now carries a micro-fractional fee dedicated to maintaining the pledge's solvency and coverage ratio. Think of it like a mandatory surcharge on every cross-chain transaction to fund a collective safety net. For high-frequency traders and automated market makers, these tiny increases in overhead can break the profitability of cross-chain arbitrage. We are seeing a divergence in bridge design where some protocols optimize for speed, and others, like LayerZero, are choosing to optimize for institutional-grade certainty at the cost of capital efficiency. This trade-off defines the current tension between retail speed and institutional safety. The regulatory insurance trap. By establishing this fund, LayerZero is walking a narrow line between being a technology protocol and an unlicensed insurance provider. Regulatory bodies in 2026 are increasingly scrutinizing any protocol that offers capital guarantees. If the SEC or European regulators classify this recovery pledge as a formal insurance product, the compliance requirements could be catastrophic for a decentralized system. To avoid this, the protocol is framing the fund as a performance bond for its validators rather than a protection plan for its users. It is a subtle but critical distinction in smart contract law. If the regulators look past the code and focus on the economic outcome, the entire model of protocol-level backstops could be forced into a traditional licensing framework that the crypto industry is not yet equipped to handle. The real implication. The LayerZero recovery pledge represents the end of the experiment where code alone was considered law for cross-chain activity. By moving from a performance-based model to a collateralized verifier model, the protocol is admitting that technical impossibility is no longer a sufficient sell for large-scale liquidity providers. This shift changes everything for developers because bridge choice is now a calculation of insurance depth rather than just latency or gas costs. For fund analysts, that $23 million figure acts as a hard ceiling on risk exposure for any single bridge incident. This is the first step toward a world where protocols are judged by their balance sheets as much as their binaries. The real test of this architecture will not be the marketing of the pledge, but the first time an on-chain event actually triggers a payout. Watch the decentralized verifier network feed a collateral ratio over the next quarter to see if this model can survive a period of high network volatility. Subscribe for more.